Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fifth spooky seasons. What the frick? Spooky sessions.
I think is it not fourth?
It's the fifth, but the fourth one, for some reason, isn't going up on Spotify. Um, so anybody that's listened to this, there is a fourth one, and you might see that it jumps from 3 to 5, but there is a fourth one. It's just not, for some reason, the thing that I use, Anchor, isn't accepting it and putting it up on specifically Spotify. I think it's because the music I use, I'm gonna not use that music from now on. But I think I let it go too long, and then it thought that maybe I was trying to cheat the system and just put music on the podcast. But so there is a fourth one. If you want to go see the fourth one, it's really good. Go on YouTube to Vibrant and Chromatic. You'll find the fourth one. We give each other Halloween movie trivia. It's really funny. We have funny stuff, and you can quiz yourself. So if you want to go see the fourth one, go do that. Hopefully this one goes up, but
This is top 10, if I'm correct, top 10 Halloween or horror movie scenes.
or yeah, Halloween or horror movie
and
scenes.
Do you mean TV show too, right?
It could be TV shows.
Okay, I have a couple.
All right. We're gonna make this one a little bit shorter, just because we have longer ones and we have other stuff to do. But yeah. I'm gonna start with my number 10 is the iconic Addams Family sword fighting. So everybody, keep in mind we haven't seen all the classic movies yet. We're gonna do that We're gonna watch all the classic movies, and then we're probably gonna do another ranking of we've already said this, but we haven't seen all the classics, so these are the Halloween movies that we have seen. They're mostly kid movies, or like in between movies, or like smaller Halloween movies that we consider Halloween movies. So yeah, mine is my number 10 is the Addams Family, the first Addams Family, the sword fighting scene, which is basically
It's with Fester and
yeah. There's two of them. There's one with at the start with the like friend, and then there's one with Fester. But I'm talking about the first one. It's pretty funny. Like the
remember the
choreography.
animation? Remember the animation one? Didn't the boy need to learn like a specific pattern of movements with the sword in the new animation?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I think they kind of took inspiration from that. But yeah, that's my number 10. It's pretty fun. I like it.
Okay, number 10 is from The Conjuring 2, and it's My Name is Bill Wilkins.
Oh,
Like that whole scene where they have the interview, or like the news people come over to actually see if it's real, and there's like some skeptics, and there's like a priest or whatever, and they have her like put water in her mouth or something, and oh no, wait, that might have been after, but anyways, she's like sitting in the chair where the old man that died did, and as it's focusing on like Patrick Wilson, is that his name? It like unfocuses on her, and like I don't know how they did it, but they changed like her whole face, and her whole body turned into like a actual old man in like the shadows, and it's a whole sequence where it's really creepy, where he kind of like explains who he is in this creepy voice, and like I don't know, the way that it's made is I don't love the.
My name is Bill Wilkins,
And I'm 72
years. All right, I'm looking it up. What is it, 72 or 75?
70, and I'm 72.
I think it's 2.
I think it's 72. But yeah, that one I love the movie. I don't like all the jump scares, but that's definitely the best part of the movie in my opinion.
72 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 9 is the iconic Psycho, the and
The slash.
the fake mom coming out of a room and then like attacks him and he falls down the stairs. I really like that one.
Oh, there's like 3 different. You mean that one, the stairs, or the actual?
Not the shower.
Stabbing?
Not the shower. I'm talking about
Okay.
the best shot where he's like, I don't know what they did
The
right there, where he's like fumbling down, but he's still maintaining a standing up thing.
I think he's laying on a green screen.
Yeah, and it's moving down the stairs.
Or maybe he's standing up and moving that with like a screen playing it behind him. I don't know, but it's so cheesy,
But
but it's so good.
I like that the way they did it, it's like kind of followed them up the stairs, and they had like a top corner shot, and it was just him slowly going up and slowly, and then it comes out. It's not a quick cut to it. It's just
It's not a jump scare.
yeah. It's you can like take it as a jump scare, but it's just literally just showing a hallway, and then something comes out really quickly, unexpectedly. I like that, and you can't really tell what it is too, which is really good. But that's my number 9.
My number 9 is the ending of Unfriended. Again, a lot of people hated this movie, but I loved it. But the ending of Unfriended, I was so I remembered a bit of the ending because I think I watched a YouTube video, maybe like a review on Unfriended a few years ago, and I kind of forgot it, so I was watching it, and at the end, um, spoilers for all of these, by the way. The what's her name? Oh, Sarah? No,
Laurie,
Laura.
Laura.
Laura Barnes. She like it's like the last girl, the main character is the last one, and then she's like she she's scared and stuff. I forgot exactly what happens, but then we realize that we've been watching a computer screen, literally a computer screen, not just the screen, because Laura puts down the laptop, like the top of the laptop, just closes it, and then you just see this like this dark room, and then all of a sudden just leaps out with like
It's
a yell.
terrifying.
It,
I
I
I saw a clip of it like a long time ago, probably when it first came out, and then I just watched it like a week ago, and I turned the sound down and leaned far away because I knew it was a freaking
that's
terror.
exactly what I did.
Okay, my number 8 is, I probably should have made this the higher, but my number 8 is Give Me the Bat from The Shining. Basically when Jack is following up Wendy, and Wendy has a bat, and he's like, "Give me the bat, Wendy." Give me the bat. Mostly because it's just so well acted, and knowing
It's
that
such a
they
good
did it.
shot
Yeah,
both ways.
and the
You
script
see
too.
you see the whole the whole lobby with Jack, and it's like creepy as they're going up.
Yeah, but the script is really well made, and I want to read the book. I really want to see how that actually plays out in the book, if it's the same. But that's
I read till like I think once they got to the hotel, because a big majority of the book is just background and like before they get to the hotel, and it's just weird. It has a weird feeling to it, just like the movie, and that's why I
yeah.
stopped reading it. Um, okay, number 8. This is a TV show, but I consider The Haunting of Hill House as like a huge movie because it's so well made. But it's literally the first scene in The Haunting of Hill House it's
Wait,
not
let me
really a scene.
guess. I'm
What?
trying to. Let me guess. Let me see what is the first scene?
Yeah, I know. I didn't. I every time I start watching again, I get confused because
Is it whenever like it happens, and she runs in, she grabs him, and then he comes and grabs him, and then runs off with him.
actually no. The first time it wasn't. That's what I thought. I think it's one of the like third scene or something. But the first scene is just a regular encounter. It goes throughout the house as different kids are encountering things, and it ends with the credits after um Nelly, is that her name?
Nelly. Yeah.
She's like sleeping. She goes to sleep, and as she tilts her head down and puts on the pillow, you see this silhouette and like a little paleness behind her, like
Yeah.
the next to the nightstand, and you're like, I can't tell if that's something or not. And it's about a 10-second shot of just her sleeping, and then all of a sudden the music starts growing, and you just see that paleness just come, just just shift forward, just kind of like float forward, and see this lady, the bent
The
neck
bent
lady.
lady.
I totally forgot about that. So when I was watching it again, and I saw, I was like, no, no, that's the scariest shot in the whole show. But yeah.
My number 7 which is it's really weird that I put this on here. Mostly because it's just funny. I'm mostly put this because I'm just thinking of myself in the situation how funny it would be. But it's from the new Child's Play, the updated Child's Play, and it's the drone scene where they're in the store and I believe Chucky like put knives on all like these drones that were in the store,
Oh,
and it starts flying around and like gashing at people. Hold on, let me look. I'm pretty sure that's
yeah.
how it was.
I think I think uh I think the blades were
Why do I
sharp.
think it decapitated someone?
It probably did. I think the wings, like the propellers of them, were like sharp, and it was just dive bombing. I think I barely remember.
Wait, where is that? I'm looking up. I don't see it. Uh, store
That
scene.
whole movie was just a meme.
But I think. Oh, here it is. Oh no, that's the.
The ending of that movie was actually good though.
Yeah, it. I think it's. I think I'm pretty sure that's. But I remember drones just going around and just. I don't know why. I don't know why I put that on there, but I just put this as number 7 because I just think it's such a good concept. As just drones flying around with knives or sharp on them, and it's terrifying.
It's
Yo,
like the boomers thought of what drones are.
I think the kid who plays Andy in it is also the kid from Lights Out. That looks like him. Hold up.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't.
is. I knew it. It looks like him. Andy's in
Mm,
Benji.
That's a long time ago. Anyways, number 7 is the opening scene of It 2017, where it's raining and like Bill's like, I'm sick, which I knew the whole time that he was faking it, but for some reason it wasn't clear to a lot of people. Um, but whenever he goes out, it's so much better than many TV series. So much scarier and more realistic. But the whole atmosphere where it's raining and the first time you see Pennywise, and it's like I think the whole trailer, the first trailer that came out, I remember that, and when I first saw the trailer was that scene most of the video, and it's like a really perfect scene. It ends so abruptly, and then the title card, which is like one of the best title cards ever, when they're going through the sewer drain, and then it's like da da.
I was gonna say that the chapter 2 one where it's like tilting in the tunnel and the like thing comes up and you go right through it. I was about to say
No,
that could actually work.
that's number one. Chapter 2 was just like a flickering green and purple like strobe
Oh
effect.
yeah, that one was really good. But
So
the tunnel one was really good too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes right after that. It's kind of creepy.
Number 6 is Oogie Boogie versus Jack, which is the ending scene in Nightmare Before Christmas, or the final battle scene. Again, I said this in the 4th one, which y'all don't probably haven't seen if you listen on Spotify, but um, is I always forget that Night Before Christmas has like a fight scene between Ooga Booga Man and and Jack Skellington, but it does, and it's really cool. And then every time I watch it, I'm like, this is sick. It's like the battle of the two Halloween villains, and like the two most, the Jack Lantern and the Oogie Boogie Man, which is like the two iconic
I
scary.
specifically remember just one shot of that where he's jumping between like these uh
Yeah.
like cowboys shooting guns. It's so weird, but his long legs are just he's not even trying. He just steps across them. It's like it's supposed to be actiony, but
Yeah.
it's hard to do that.
But yeah, that's my number 6.
Okay, the my number 6 is I considered this a whole scene, and it probably is considered that. The tour in The Shining, the whole I don't know, maybe 10 minutes
Oh wow.
long tour where they first go in there and they show them around the kitchen and what's the guy's name? What's the uh keeper? Is that the keeper? He's a shiner too. I forgot his name, but he talks to Danny, and
Oh,
they show Jack
what is his
a
name?
few places. It's like Wilbert or something, but
Mr.
but yeah,
Wilbert.
but yeah, that whole scene, it's a weird. It sets the atmosphere for the rest of the movie, and it looks all so happy and like I don't know. The set is so perfect. I think that whole scene is just it's fun to watch.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. My
Number five.
number 5 is the lights out first scene. You still haven't watched that? I forgot.
No, I watched like a quarter of it
But we started watching it.
without me.
I've seen it 2 times. Yeah, I watched it by myself, and then I also watched it with our parents
I've seen that
before.
clip though.
Yeah, it's basically it's the start of Lights Out. If spoilers, if you don't want to see it, but it's at the start where the current dad and the like worker get, you know, attacked by Diana, and it's so out of the blue. Like, well, still, like most horror movies start with like a scary something happening, but this one, like other ones where it's like a perfect happy family and before something happens, but this one just right off the bat, 2 murders. There's already a crazy mom. The sister is having like scary things happen. It's right out of the blue. But the first one where there's like individual lights in the warehouse and in between it, and there's like a shadow, that is just so good. I like that one. That's my
Was that
number 5.
Blumhouse?
Yeah, I think James Wan helped with that,
That
and
makes sense.
Jason Blum. Let me see. Hold on. It's
I
either
I
Jason Blum or James Wan.
I don't know.
It's James Wan. Yeah,
I
but
knew it. I knew it. I didn't even have to
Blumhouse.
watch it. I just knew it.
But that's not Blumhouse. Tai Tai. Blumhouse
Well,
is like it.
he helps.
Yeah,
They're two producers. Anyways,
they do help each other.
um, okay, number five is the library scene from Ghostbusters where it's been so long since I've seen it. I don't know why it's been so long, but but they what? What does this mean?
Nothing.
It's scary. This whole sequence. It's their first mission, I guess. Their first bust. Where they're going down to a library. It's like where Eddie, whatever the guy's name works, I think. Um, and they're like busting this ghost, and one of them has like a radar thing, and they find it, and they're like, all right, we're gonna grab her. It's like, okay, and 3 2 1 go, and they all jump, and just this lady that's a ghost just like reading books just turns and just jump scares. It's one of the scariest jump scares I remember as a kid, and I never wanted to watch that scene. I got severe anxiety from it, but I still get fight or flight to this day from that. But yeah, that whole scene is really funny, and it's a really creepy scene. What
Mm,
is that? What were those scoffs for? Okay, just
put that
go.
above it.
It's better.
My number 4. Yeah, my number 4 is The Conjuring 2: The Nun Death, which is when Lorraine is like, I don't know, doing like saying chants, and it's like up against the
Rituals.
wall, and it's like and it starts like dissipating, and like he starts flying up and like floating up, and just like just being decimated. It's so cool. I remember when I first saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, like chill.
I
um
don't. I don't remember that one very much.
yeah, it's the end of Conjuring 2 when
I watched like 3/4 of it, and I
the
think I left for some
Valak.
reason.
Oh yeah, if you know, I think it's if he knew. She kept saying her name.
Oh yeah,
If you know her
Valak.
name,
Valak.
um, then you could kill her or whatever. But
You remember the letters that's on the like whenever the
yeah,
first. I still remember
that
that.
was
I
such a
remember.
cool Easter egg.
Okay. Number four is the whole sequence of Coraline finding the other house, I guess, the other dimension,
Mm-hmm.
and the other mother and the other dad, other Wilbur. But that whole it's so weird. Coraline's so hateable sometimes, but likable others. Um,
Why were you born?
she's really not. She can be annoying, but I mean, I think she learns her lesson. Um, but she it's a whole sequence where she finds the key, or like her mom finds the key and she goes through the wall at night.
And
um
one boring blue boy.
what?
Remember when she's like listing all the blue things in the house, and she's like,
Oh yeah,
one boring, one
blue
boring
boy.
blue.
um
Uh,
but yeah, she's like, so she's really ignorant and she's looking around like, what is this? And like she gets a tour by like the cat or something. I barely remember, but that the whole first scene where she's, it's kind of like the Shining scene. It's like they're looking at this new thing that they think is gonna be fun, but then it like just crashes down and it's creepy.
yeah. My number 3 is, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but it's the demon. Ooh, wait, this is actually a spoiler.
To what?
Countdown. Are you gonna see Countdown?
I already watched it.
Okay, good. Okay, I was about to say this is
Let me
actually a
just
spoiler.
say. Let me
Um,
just say.
hmm,
Let me just say.
hmm.
What is in your top? Is it in your top 10
What is
favorite countdown?
top 10 favorite movies?
Like, is it one of your favorites?
Hmm. It's
Did,
close. It's
did you
pretty
really
good.
really like it?
I really liked it, but I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite Halloween movies. Why? Did you not like it?
I liked it because it's just one of those weird, kind of like off-brand, low budget kind of movies. But I I did not. I was honestly watching the movie. I was like, when is this gonna end? It was funny with the priest and stuff, and like the dialogue was really good. But
Yeah.
like, it was not as enjoyable as like Would You Rather, or like um the all those freaking low budget scary movies. I don't know. It was something about it. Was it was it was predictable, I think, but it was
Yeah.
funny. That's the best part about it.
But
Anyways,
I was gonna say that number 3 um is the demon death from it. It's one of the bad guy, the demon that controls the thing.
oh,
It's so cool, cause like once you like puts the shot in her arm, and and uh and it like jumps, like runs at her. It's kind of like the death from. Not gonna say that. Um,
what was it?
but it like, and like it can't touch her anymore, so it like trying to touch her, and it does this like weird ripple where it's like it's like like the bass, and it like vibrates, and there's like
Mm.
a bunch of special effects. It's so cool. I was like, whoa, when it died. It wasn't just like a normal feather off like Thanos or
The
half of the
ending,
Avengers.
but 1 second.
Hmm?
Did you? I hated that way they ended it. It was so short and it
Hmm?
was so just awful and cliche.
Where she like put a shot, like
No, the
basically killed
ending, the
herself.
very last scene.
Oh, the like sequel setup.
Of course, they
Yeah,
have it re-download.
they
Like,
shouldn't. If they're not
like
gonna
I,
make a sequel, they shouldn't do that.
I'm not. I don't love happy endings in horror movies. I'm not. I'm like Jeepers. I love Jeepers Creepers, and it had literally the worst ending of a horror movie ever. But that movie was just like, it was so unnecessary. They just did it for a cash grab, like
Yeah,
just like for people to be like, oh, oh my god.
I wonder if there's gonna
Anyway,
be a second one though.
it depends on how
What
much it
would they
made.
do? Like, there's no way to sequel that.
Exactly, it's gonna be the exact same. Maybe it's two different people. Um, the first kill in that movie I thought was really cool though, where
What
she
one?
like, she gets taken. She's in the bathroom. She's paranoid. She almost gets hit by a car, and then all of a sudden, out of everything that happens, she just gets just taken from the ceiling, just grabbed
Oh
and
yeah, that was.
dropped down to. Anyway, okay. number 3. Um, the interrogation scene from Psycho, where the detective, or the sheriff, I forgot, um, is like talking to Norman, at the front desk. That whole scene is so good. I love like interrogations. I love like courtroom things because they're fun to watch. But that whole scene where he's like, "Have you had anybody come in?" And he's like, he's like chewing his gum, and he's like, "Not really." And he's like, "Can I check your name, the name book?" And he gives him it, and he's like, "Yeah, right here." And he's like, "Huh?" And there's that amazing shot where he's just looking over, just chewing, like, and he's like, "That's weird." Oh yeah, yeah, the girl came by, and yeah, it's like a really good scene, and it drags on for so long, but I love it.
Yeah. My number 2 is Coraline fights other mother from Coraline, which will be, which I mean the end, where like in the spider web and stuff. Um,
No,
it's
I'm just
just
eats it.
go watch it. Just go watch it. Go watch the fourth one on YouTube. It's
Just you
so
don't even have to
hilarious.
watch the full thing. Just
Yeah,
listen to the
just
first
watch
10
the
seconds.
intro. It's hilarious, but just the way they did it was so good. It could have been so cringe and throwaway, but it was so creepy. They made it the creepiest freaking stop motion.
The
I'm
closure.
Yeah, and like yeah, the way they did it, they didn't like set up anything. They had a little fourth wall break. They settled everything. They explained everything. And then the fight between it's not just, oh, she accidentally like dropped this and it destroyed, and it kind of had an unnecessary little um like ending thing where the hand is like taking
Oh yeah,
the thing.
they needed extra minutes
Yeah,
there.
that was a little bit of a um at runtime addition, but it's so good. That's my number 2.
The last shot, whenever the cat walks behind the tree and disappears, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
the most, and the music. It's
Music.
perfect ending. Um, okay, number 2. This one. I love this one. This should have been number 1, but I have a special number 1 that you're gonna be so confused. But this is in the new Halloween, the 2018, where Michael is looking down at I totally blanked out on her name. I forget so much whenever I do these.
Yeah,
Freaking
exactly. I don't know what it is.
the girl Mary, like the girl from Halloween, her daughter and granddaughter, when they're in the kind of cellar, and her daughter shoots Michael in like the shoulder after like faking crying, which is so good. But then like he's kind of looking at down at them like he's gonna get them, and then you just it's like this. I forgot exactly what happens before, but then it shows. So if you remember in the original Halloween, she's like she thinks she's all safe, like hiding, like kind of on a wall, and then in the back, like through a door, you just see Michael's face show up, and then he like misses a
Mm-hmm.
slash, and they reminisce. No, they redo. They I forgot what it's called. I can't talk, but they redo that shot, but the other way around, where Michael's looking down, and then it pans in on the girl, the the freaking girl. Look it up, Ben. Um, but she's just behind him, and she's like, "Happy Halloween, Michael," and then just like just annihilates him. And then they like escape, and then he burns, and obviously he doesn't die. But that little one liner is probably the best one liner I've seen, and it's such a cool revenge little scene. But I love that. I love that little clip. Is it Lee
Yeah.
Ann something?
Um, you mean, is it the main? Are you talking about the main
The
person?
main character.
I feel like it starts with an L.
I
Laurie
can't believe.
Strode.
Yeah, Laurie Strode.
Um, yeah. My number
one?
We might have the same number one. Let's say at the same time.
I don't think so,
Is it
Ben.
3 words?
No,
Dang it.
it's
All right.
not.
Well, mine is This Is Halloween because it is the most nostalgic,
Okay,
best
wait, maybe we.
songs.
I think it counts. I think mine counts as that
Is it this?
because you're meaning the whole scene of This Is
Yeah,
Halloween.
the whole opening scene.
M- Mine is the end of This Is Halloween song, but it's whenever
La
they're like, nah,
la
nah,
la
and Jack
la
is on the
la la.
like,
Yeah,
he's
that
a
counts.
he's a he's
A
a
rising
Jack.
jack-o'-lantern.
No, a scarecrow. Oh my goodness, he's a scarecrow with a jack-o'-lantern on it, and they drop him in to the.
Is he's on fires.
Oh yeah, he gets lit on fire, and I think he dances, jumps on the statue, and then jumps in, and just rises up in this choir of la la la, and he's like so graceful, just like looking around and so happy, and he's like,
Yeah, it's mine because of how nostalgic, how like iconic, how the song, even though it's the most overplayed song, it's still
it doesn't
amazing
get old.
to watch it with the series of events and the way they put it together and how
The
it's
video
made.
makes it so much better.
And when you're watching, you're like, you're about to watch an hour and a half, or how long? It's like an hour and 10
It
minutes.
feels so short to me. It feels. I feel like it rushes.
Hour
so
and 16 minutes. But
Ooh.
but you're about to watch like a sick movie, and it's the best, definitely best opening for like an iconic Halloween movie. But this is the bit of a shorter one. We just hit 30 minutes, but it's it's
the way that it is.
Yeah, but thanks for the suggestion. One of viewers that we don't know in real life suggested this, and they
Real slick
found
there.
us, and they're like a subscriber just because of our talent. But
Yeah.
they suggested this, and it's a good suggestion. If y'all want to suggest things, we'll just shout you out, credit you. But yeah, we need ideas, bro. But
Really do.
hopefully thinking to do this and top 10 movies at the end of the like October 30th. We'll probably record 2 of them, like this and top 10 movies.
Wait,
once that we've seen
scenes?
all of them.
Wait, favorite
scenes.
scenes and movies?
Yeah,
In the same day? Yikes.
we could do it.
We could do a double episode and just do
Yeah.
it like 2 hours long or something.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching. Go see the 4th one. We're just at 5th. Wow, we're on the 5th one. But yeah, thanks for, I said watching again, didn't I? Frick.
Yeah, you did.
Thanks for listening. But thanks for watching. If this doesn't get accepted by Spotify, please accept me, Spotify. All right. See you in
Adios.
see you next week.